Right, welcome back to this lesson. Alright, welcome back. In this particular section of the video, what we're going to be talking about is QuickBooks setup. We're going to be talking about how to set up QuickBooks application. That is how to install it. There are 3 processes we are going to follow to do that. In the link sent to you while you registered for this course, it's a Google Drive link where you can download the QuickBooks application software like I promised you. I'm going to make provision for it. Now, after downloading the application, the next thing is to extract the application file. After extracting the application file, then we'll go on by installing it. So once we are done with installing it, then we can start working with QuickBooks as expected. Now, to do that, if you download it, we go to your Google Drive. If you click on the link provided to you or sent to you while you registered for this course, you see a file. After you download it, depending on where your file is located, it is possible that you're going to see it in your download. Yeah, you see it in your download somewhere like this. Mine has been there for a while, but if you see the file in a zip folder in your download like this. So what you need to do at that moment is to right click on it. Right click on the file, you will see extract. Depending on the version of window you are using, this option may not appear this way, but all you need to do is look for the extract all files. Once you click on the extract all files, you extract all the file. But again, before you do that, let me now clarify something. You have to turn off your device security, that is window defender. So first of all, go to your computer, go to look for your settings. Depending on the version or the Windows you are using, this display may be different from your own. If you're using Windows 10, it will be different. Then if you go to settings, you now look for device. You now look for window defender, or better still, you can just search for it. Come to your search, type window defender. Now once you search for the window defender, you click on it, wait for it to open. Depending on how fast your system is, it will open. Now everything here has been protected. You can see my private network protection, it's protected. Guest or public network is protected. So we have to look for turn off window defender firewalls on or off. So click on it. Once you click on it, you now look for turn off window defender firewalls. Turn off. Click turn off. Click turn off too. Once you're done with that, you click OK. If you click OK, everything has turned off. You can see you are getting a notification that your turned off window, that you should turn on your Windows firewall. That means you have already turned it off. So you can just dismiss this. Once you do that, the reason why you are doing this, because when you extract the file, Windows Defender will not see it as a virus. So before we now come back to the file and click extract all. Now you have to choose the location where you want the file to install. In my own case, I want it to extract in this particular folder, that is the download folder. So once you do that, you now click extract. So you wait for it to extract. Once it is done, it is 100% extracted, then we can start the installation proper. It will take a while. It will take about 2 to 5 minutes max. So I'm just going to fast forward this process so that the video will not be too long. File is 96% done, 97, 98, and 99, and 100% complete. So once that is done, automatically it will open another folder for you like this. It will open another folder for you like this. Now the folder contains the QuickBooks application, where you're going to still open it. Then you see the setup. Sorry, something is wrong. Okay, now we encounter a little challenge. Actually, it's not a challenge, but it's a challenge. You remember when I asked you to open up your window defender to search and deactivate the window defender so that it will not read the file as a virus. So yeah, we actually did that, but what we are supposed to do actually is not on the window defender. What you're supposed to do is on the Windows security, which we're supposed to turn off the real-time protection and also the cloud delivery protection. All these things, if you turn them off, automatically it will read the file as a normal software file, and that is why we have this setup that you're seeing here. But in the previous one, what we had or what we are having is not that. What we are having is just this file without the setup file. That means it read the extraction or the file as a virus. So instead of turning off the real-time security, we left it on and it read the file as a virus, which is not supposed to read because we trust the files and we are the one extracting the file by ourselves. So after you have done that, you will see, if you turn off your window defender and Windows security for real-time protection, you will see this file, the setup file, where you're seeing setup retail. So once you're done with that, which is the extraction part, now we move to the installation. So the installation will take a while too, but we can still do that. So let's go further, go back to our file extracted, then we'll now double click. Now the instruction to install the app is also here. You can open it up. Once you open it up, you just go ahead, right click on the file. Either you double click or you right click and click on run as an administrator. So once you run it as an administrator, you ask for this permission. Do you want to allow this app from unknown publisher to make changes to your device? You can say go ahead. That's yes. Once you go, now you wait for it to give you further instruction as you install it further. So the next question is asking you is, welcome to QuickBooks. All this things, you just say next. Once you say next, it will now extract the file to your system. Now it's extracting directly from the setup. Now it's extracting it to your system so that it can be able to install the application software. So we're still going to wait for it for a couple of minutes so that it will extract the file. As we progress, we'll see in the video step by step as I'm doing it. Meanwhile, as it's extracting, let me show you something quickly. Remember the instruction I asked you to open up? Now this instruction will contain the following: that's the serial number and the product code that you're going to use. QuickBooks will require you to enter it once the software is fully installed so that it will start working. Now these are the three numbers you're going to need. You're going to need the serial number for the software. You're also going to need the product code, and you're also going to need the validation code. So these three codes you're seeing here are very, very important, and that is why you must open the instruction so that you copy it from there. This file is only available to people in this class. You will not get it anywhere else. So let's see, the instruction is nearly finished. Let's wait for it for a couple of minutes and see what we have further. Now the extraction is done and it's still coming up. Now you can see the extraction is done. It's now opening up QuickBooks to start the installation proper. Once it is done, it will now give you further instructions. So just click next. So once you click next, accept the terms of the license agreement. Continue, click next. Now this is where you're going to enter the license, so you can just come back to that. Now the first code you're going to enter is the serial number. So once you come, you just copy it and paste it. That's paste. Once you copy, you paste it. Now you also enter the product code. You can choose to type, but I don't want to stress myself. I will just copy. So click on right click or Ctrl V, paste. Once you have finished entering the product code, then this next button will be active so you can start the installation. Click next to continue the installation. So once you click next, Now QuickBooks is now asking you either to customize and network options. So you can just leave that and say I will be using QuickBooks desktop on this computer. If you will be using the QuickBooks desktop on the computer and it will be storing your company file on the same computer, you can just go ahead, or you can just go ahead with the default. You can, or any option you select is still the same thing. You can just go ahead with the default. Go ahead now, choose where you want QuickBooks to install the software files. Automatically any installation you're going to do is going to be going to the program file in your system. But if you have any other place you want the QuickBooks application to install your files, you can change that. But by default, where it is okay. So it will install the QuickBooks files on your program file. That's your system program file. So you can just go ahead and say next. So once you say next, it's now as it's ready to install, you continue. Click install. It will now start installation. So the installation has started. This will also take a while, but we just have to be patient. So it will take a while. We have to be patient and wait for it to finish whatever the application is doing. It's reading our system, is installing it, every component of QuickBooks that is in the system. So you can see how fast it is. It's going slow and steady, but it is going to finish as required. So I will pause the video right now and come back only when it is done. If I encounter any challenges, I will let you know immediately. So that is done successfully. You can see QuickBooks Desktop has successfully installed. So what you're going to do now is to click open. So once you click the open, it will now request for the activation code. So once the application is opening, you can see it's coming up. Once that is done, it will now request for the activation code, and you know where to find the activation code. Where to find the activation code is on the instruction which we earlier opened. You can see a component required for PDF print for is missing. Don't bother, you can just get okay. Go ahead. It is done. The request for this code. So let's copy the code. This one is validation code. Copy it. So you can see begin validation activation. Sorry. So once that is done, all these things required, you can just say cancel and enter the code. Once you are done, you can just say next. So you can see click finish. So we have successfully installed QuickBooks Desktop on our system, and I want to believe that you are able to do that too. So in the next video we are going to look at the interface. Which is the navigation of QuickBooks Desktop screen and some sample company. So we are going to look at the navigation and some sample companies and what QuickBooks is actually all about and how we can use QuickBooks on our own. So thank you and see you in the next video.